Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So we basically like tried with OBS. Um, OBS just like suddenly stopped working. And then all of a sudden, like everything was like so laggy as well. Uh, yeah, but like all of a sudden, like it just got. Yeah, I basically was like just like turn it off, turn it on, and then basically just start with a new broadcast rather than like continuing with that old one. Anyways, back to sports. What's your favorite sports as a kid, and where do you like to play it at? I mean, the reason why I watch soccer is because I have liked playing soccer as a kid already. Um, I love playing soccer, and when back when I was growing up. I was growing up in a rural area where it's pretty normalized to play on the main streets, on the main roads of the village, actually. That you just, like a bunch of kids, just like set up the goal and then play soccer on the road. And then when there's vehicles coming, approaching us, we would just like lead the way. We would just, let them pass through, pause the game, let them pass through, and then we continue the game. It was so fun. I also like badminton as well. Um, and back then it was not easy to access like actual like badminton fields, like indoor badminton fields to play professionally. So again, we utilize the roads as our fields, you know. Um, it's kind of fun, I have to say. Um, but it really highlights the lack of third spaces. Again, the lack of like sports spaces for non-competitive players. And I have made a video about. I have made when I was in the Netherlands. I made that video about sporting fields that was dedicated for children. The goals were smaller. Uh, the goals were smaller. The field was, yeah, the field was smaller to accommodate like 7 by 7. I can show you that video right now. You just come. Can we just say that like this is like come watch my videos like on stream with me? By the way, I have a lot of shorts, and please don't think that like yeah, like, and even to this day I don't know how to like work them, get the algorithm to work on the shorts, because like I can get like 1,000 views on one but like barely any views on the other. So yeah, it's like really fluctuating. It's like an environment that I absolutely have zero clue about at the moment. But here's the video
I
about
guess the
Sportsville.
Netherlands utilize its given small space, so there are pockets of parks and public spaces every.
Fun fact, the Netherlands also very small too. I think like the entire country is smaller than the Los Angeles metropolitan area. Wait, am I right? Okay, let's just watch this video first, and then like we can
Here and
look that
there,
up.
even in dense urban centers. I was told that this is a hockey stadium, but it
Yeah, I was actually told that this is a hockey stadium, but it's like for dry hockey and not ice hockey, like in Canada. So it's basically like the same as ice hockey, except I think they might be using a ball. Yeah, but dry hockey exists.
it can be used for dry hockey, football, soccer for the Americans, and basketball. The field was designed in a pretty small scale with
And it's also multi-use too, as you have seen.
two basketball courts and a mini soccer stadium for teams of 7 to play. The goals also fit well with the size of smaller children, and the scale of the stadium allows for smaller teams or groups of children to enjoy the space.
Yeah, like it can be used for space of like 5 to 7.
This feels more balanced at a human scale than wide and standard fields you see in
Yeah. This is the part where I really have beef with a lot of like soccer fields, like sports fields in the parks in this continent, because like we keep on following like the standards, but we forgot that like if we're designing spaces for kids, then there should not be any like standards whatsoever. Like there should not be any like, cuz like, well, kids, they play in small groups. They are like very very flexible as small groups. So
Canadian
yeah, like
parks,
that's
which again demonstrated the utilization of public spaces. Perhaps parks planners in North America should consider this for future parks, as this is an excellent way of creating small-scale activities that fit well for
yeah, like on the days that I was there, I was like participating in like playing soccer with the children, playing basketball with the teenagers. And sometimes when there's like not enough children, like they just play scrimmage. They just they just practice and play scrimmage together on one half of the goal, on one half of the stadium, and the other half is used by a group of teenagers playing basketball. So it's basically like not even like disrupting at all. Like the two groups like play independently on one field. And I just, yeah, sometimes I just wonder like, why can't we design sport spaces, sport fields like this? And yeah.
All right now, class, repeat after me. Build more housing capacity does not equate sprawling and expanding your city's boundaries.
Man,
Let's talk about
I love my all right now class kind of vibe. My friends have just been all telling me to go to education. Also, speaking of sports and gym and the gym, I think like the idea of like going to the gym, like driving to the gym by car, is really counterintuitive. Like we just said, and I think like in the video about public spaces, I also mentioned like having the inclusion of like gym equipments in in public space. And today, when talking about sports, I think it's also really important too. It's part of the game. It's part of like the public infrastructure as well that provide place for people. And this is an example from my other shorts about outdoor gyms in Hanoi.
There are so many outdoor gyms that you can spot in Hanoi. They can be found in parks or by the sidewalks of some streets.
Oh yeah. When you design a sidewalk that is wide enough, you can actually fit some gym equipment on there. I think that it's a genius use of land, use of space.
This is a great way to build community interactions and contribute to the walkability and accessibility. Many outdoor gyms have all the equipment you need for all your body parts to exercise,
Oh yeah.
which is the perfect reason why I call them outdoor gyms.
And like, I remember one time I was like walking out early in the morning at like 6:30 a.m. walking through a park. And I saw like so many like elderly people are out here exercising. Not just like elderly people, like there are some middle-aged people as well, some young people as well. But generally, that is what a public space should be, right? Like, this is a public space. It's a really well utilized use of land, good use of land.
You're literally exercising in an outdoor environment and paying $0 to a gym membership.
Oh yeah, free gym, baby. and you will likely not have to drive there because like it's everywhere. It's actually everywhere. It's not like at a dedicated space for a gym. What the hell was going on outside? I think there's a snow plow going out down my street at the moment. Yeah, that.
I'm not a gym person, but I'm pretty sure I would enjoy working on 1 or 2 pieces of equipment here while watching the world go by around me and just interact with the outside world via the sounds and visions. This is a good concept for public spaces that many cities can learn from, especially winter cities where parks are empty and there are limited outdoor activities because
Yeah,
it
for
is too
real.
cold.
For
Having such
real,
outdoor
like,
gym
I think like the excuse of it is too cold, I think it's just like been overused like so many times. And like even when it comes to like gym equipments, outdoor gym equipments like this, it actually helps. Like it actually helps warm you up. It's actually counterintuitive right there. I don't know, like can we just stop using the excuse of it's too cold. Nobody use that in winter. Excuse? And actually like roll our sleeves up and build something? Please?
gyms and workout equipment can warm a person up while allowing them to enjoy the fresh air and the scenery around them, which is the perfect way to create a public sphere and build communities.
I think there's a one thing that I wanted to talk about public sphere. I'm actually making a video called the Urban Planning Dictionary. In the P section, I have it for public infrastructures, but I think I might make an episode 2 of this. Still writing the script on it though, so don't expect that to come out very soon. Might be like later this year. Who knows? Yeah, I love creating videos on my channel. Yeah, it's so funny that like I create like this walking tour video, and then in that video I said that like I will be like reviewing like the yeah, where did I say that? I said something about the BC place.
The Vancouver Whitecaps FC. If you're into the MLS like me,
Fun fact, I'm actually not into MLS at all. I actually am not into MLS. I don't know anything about it. I don't know jack shit about the structure of the league. I know some teams. I know Lionel Messi is playing for like some teams. Miami something. But I don't care and I don't know about it.
this stadium will also be hosting
Oh yeah.
some games of the 2026 World Cup. I will make a separate video doing a critique on the accessibility of this stadium.
How about we do that right now? What do you think? I said in that video that about I'll be criticizing the accessibility. I'm not criticizing. That's not really the right word. I will like evaluate the accessibility of the stadium. But I think I never did that. So while we're here, let's do that. But first, I just really wish that like there are more people tuning in. I don't know, like people don't like talking about public space. Come on. My channel is more than transit. Doesn't mean that I talk only about transit. it's like it's been a very quiet night tonight, so I know that it's anyways, let's jump to it, shall we? BC Place, BC Place, BC Place, BC Place. Oh, there we are. There you are. There you are. So the front door of the stadium actually faces this way. This is the front door of the stadium, I assume. There's a Terra Fox statue. Very nice. And then you actually have a traffic light. Oh yeah, it's actually a traffic light, not just a pedestrian signal. Oh my god. And this street has a protected bike lane, Beatty Street, right by there. Some good protected bike lanes. What's with Robson and no... Yeah, there's no bike infrastructure in Robson. Pff, oops. And, oh yeah. Wait, I remember that these bikes are Moby bikes. They are now Rogers bikes. Rogers has been dominating the market. We have Rogers Arena, Rogers Place, and now Rogers bikes. And then okay, so if you keep on walking, you will approach the Georgia Viaduct. So you basically, like, you have to cross 6 lanes of traffic, but in 2, like 3 lanes one-way roads. Yeah, you basically have to cross traffic from the Georgia Viaduct here to reach the Stadium Chinatown. Like the nearest SkyTrain station to it would be Stadium Chinatown. Like, pretty sure that it's pretty good already, because like you don't have to walk that far to get your train station, and this train takes you like downtown to downtown Vancouver, further downtown Vancouver to Waterfront, and like further out to the suburbs, like to Surrey. I just like don't like one major pet peeve that I have, like, let's say if you want to like transfer to a train on the Canada line to get to the airport, then from here you still have to go like back further into downtown, like Vancouver City Vancouver City Center or Granville, and then exchange with the Canada line to go to the airport. So it still like requires one transfer, and that transfer is actually not really smooth. If you have watched my video, if you've seen my video on like Vancouver SkyTrain, I demonstrated that. I had to walk on that, okay? I had to do that connection, okay? So I know how it looked like. What else do we gotta talk about? Yeah, it's about 38 minutes to the airport if you take public transit, compared to 31 minutes driving. Also, what's so funny is that like on Street View, I don't see... I spoke too soon. I really spoke too soon. I was gonna say that like, oh yeah, I don't see any parking lots or parking spaces for the stadium, but I just like zoom into a parking area. Like, oh yeah, definitely there is. But but what I like about this stadium is that like it has a separate door, a separate entrance for non-automobile commuters, like on Beatty Street. And people who drive to the stadium, well, like, yeah, you can just park your car over here. You can just park over here and then like use a separate entrance. Or there might be parking garages too. Parking garages, BC Place Stadium. Oh, I don't think there's parking garages underneath it. Yeah, you just like use just use the parking lots behind the stadium, and I think like that's a good element of separating the car traffic from the pedestrian traffic. Because yeah, we don't want to have to like walk across giant parking lots just to reach the main entrance to the stadium. Let's take a look at this on WalkScore, shall we? Cause like, you know, like it's good. Like what we can see, like from the Google Maps and such, it's good. But let's see like a calculation from like from a different source. Can it detect where this place is? Oh yeah, it can. 96. Yeah, WalkScore is 96. Transit score is, well, 100. Oh wow, okay. Oh wow. Commute to downtown Vancouver. Yeah, it's 12 minutes. 9 minutes by transit. Yeah, I mean, given like how in close proximity it is to rapid and direct public transit, I don't doubt that it has such high score. And oh yeah, not to mention that like there's also like frequent buses just 1 block away from the stadium. Yeah. And I think like accessibility just does not just have to come from just the surrounding infrastructures and like the airports, like connection from the airports, but we also have to take a look at like the regional connection. So it's only like 1 SkyTrain station away. And you can access Pacific Central Station where there's trains, maybe. Yeah. But like regional connection to and from Vancouver is kind of weak, not gonna lie. I know that there's like Flixbus and Amtrak for services to Seattle, but only at 8 departures per day. Like 8. Yeah, just 8 departures per day. And 2 trains. I think like they are not sure if the Amtrak Cascade has resumed its like I know Amtrak Cascade has resumed its service. I'm just not sure if it has resumed its to be 2 days per two trains per day. Sorry. Yeah, my brain is just like really slipping at the moment. Yeah, but that is just my take on the BC Place Stadium. I think I'm gonna end the stream early tonight. Not sure what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. Maybe like, can we get back to something transit related? Y'all like to see that. But it's also like the day that like my new video is out, so I don't really want to do a stream. Yes, my video is coming out tomorrow. So I hope you tune in. Bye. Oh yeah, the video's out at 12 p.m. Mountain Time. I'm not sure if I said the time yet, but yeah, just in case I didn't say, 12 p.m. Mountain Time. Alright, see you.